Greetings in the love and in the light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer. I trust this message finds you well. 你好吗？我很好，我是马麦克，我是你的老师，很好。Today, my dear esteemed viewer, my fellow celestial intelligencers in the gnosis zone, that's if you're subscribed. You can be counted among the ranks. Today I bring you a message of happiness, a message of new beginnings. Today is the last day of this pivotal year, the ascension time of the Great Awakening of 2022, a year that will live on in mankind's true history. Yes, our true history. Our wonderful light worker, light warrior brethren, all you have been taught is an inverted history. You do not know your own true story. It's time for you to truly know the truth. It is time for you to access the Akashic records and know all that has happened. My dear esteemed viewer, all that has come to pass. For knowledge is power.
Knowledge is freedom.
Knowledge, gnosis, is illumination. All that has come to pass, you shall know. Stay tuned. The truth shall set you free. For in knowing of the truth, you find who you truly are and you release the chains of your imprisonment, of your indoctrination. You have been ruled by aliens. Yes. Primarily by the reptilian race for eons. They are totally different from you in their matrix, objectives, and in their feeling, their nature, for they have no capacity for compassion or empathy. The Reptilian Draco Alliance. While you cringe when you step on a little caterpillar and shudder when you see your brethren mistreated, the Reptilian Draco Gray Alliance, they feel nothing. While you feel the slightest insult, the smallest slur against yourself or your brethren, they feel nothing. In fact, quite the opposite. The Reptilian Draco Gray Hybrid Alliance, they feed off mankind's misery. You, we, I are particles of God's essence, of source radiance, God particles of the light and love that is the divine creator. You live off the flow of love that courses from the divine love, compassion, peace, joy, wisdom, discernment, passion, enthusiasm. And mutual cooperation, communion, and camaraderie are your delight, your inherent, heartfelt desire that fuels your divine matrix, your divine gnosis, your controllers, your draconian taskmasters. They are also particles of God. They are also fractals of Source. For there is nothing outside of Source, outside of God. The whole universe, all the galaxies, suns, planets, and their galactic inhabitants are in the material realm that God, that Source, the prime creator, when he burst forth in all his magnificence to manifest the universe as a playground for Mother, Father God's children. All that is in the material realm is part of Source, created from the atoms. The fragments of Source, of God particles that exploded into physical reality on that auspicious creation day. So your dark controllers, the reptilians, are too part of God and part of Source. They are part of the schoolroom that Earth is. The laboratory experiment that planet Earth, the experience. The reptilians play the part of the dark while you play the part of the light. With their evil deeds, their dark temptations, their corrupt enticements, they tempt mankind into rejecting into accepting fear. That's what they want, and turning away from love. They are energized by fear. They have no empathy, no compassion for suffering. Quite the opposite. For they function at a low frequency level, and they feed off fear. They feed off your loosh, your energies, your fear, anxiety. Mankind is quite literally a food source for them, both in energetic and physical terms. While love inspires you, fear empowers them. Your fear, your low vibrating negative comments that you leave on my videos, the thumbs down, the constant unsubscribing, painful emotions, give them a feeling akin to your joy, so that from the start they have treated you as cattle. They have used your empathetic nature against you. Your own divine matrix they have exploited. You are cattle. We have been nothing but cattle. Our empathetic nature, our kind disposition, accepting way of being as tools to be manipulated and maneuvered into the behaviors and fear ridden anxiety state that feeds their needs. So you have looked at man's inhumanity to man as the cause of your misery. It has seemed to you that mankind is inherently unkind and sinful, that your fellow humans are to be feared and carefully avoided and kept at a distance. Do not subscribe to this celestial intelligence or gnosis zone. You do not realize, you could not see that there were two distinct types of beings in your world. Your draconian, harsh, and severe controllers are not human. They appear to be human to you visually. You cannot tell the difference. But here on planet Earth, they wear the human body costume over the ends of their control. They have worn a mask, a human mask. Set up your governing system so that in this year of 2022, their influence is predominant. The reptilian, dark, deep state, dark cabal that is in control and rules over every phase and area of your life. The divisive and confusing political machinations, drama, medical, cultural, financial, educational, and religious organizations, all under their dominion, which you live have been created by them to be dysfunctional, and so to control you, to manipulate your emotions, which they feed off of, your behavior, manipulate you into fear. You have been taught untruth, indoctrinated with lies, governed by misconceptions. Truly what is goodly and godly has been made out to be evil. The inversion, the false matrix, the inversion of morality, of spirituality. And what is evil has been made out to be goodly and godly. This is why mankind is in the state that it is, the inversion of reality, of spiritual. That's why there's so much confused, so many perplexed, so mystified by the state of uncomprehending of your situation, constantly being battered about. This planet Earth experience can be likened to a great stage play with good and bad actors, good and bad podcasts. The good, the kind, the puzzle participants are the human beings. The evil, the harsh, the bad actors, the backdrop people, the non-player characters, soulless mortals. The controllers are the reptilians. These reptilians saw how by repetition, their frequency fence, by the use of magical words and phrases, and by hypnotic subconscious conditioning and suggestion, they could control mankind. And thereby they could live off the negative energy. The fear-filled vibration that emanated from manipulated and maneuvered helpless humanity. They created the confusion, the cognitive dissonance, the pain that constitutes the difficult. Planet Earth experience. The reptilian controllers are the devil, Satan, against which mankind has been warned. In the book of John, Patmos, the Revelations, for eons they have set up the stage for mankind to be tempted by corruption and blackmail. They created the duality, the division in which man could squirm and writhe. Discomfort, ride in the discomfort of that which he did not prefer, and nothing wrong ever happened. The lies through religion organized for you to design this planet Earth experience for yourselves. And that which drives us, my beloved subscribers, celestial intelligencers of the Gnosis Zone, this Earth life allows us to grow. That which is all there is the love that flows from the divine through you and as you, composed entirely of divine love. And this is the message of joy, of happiness, of new beginnings, but it is based upon Gnosis. I bring to you today, you have graduated from the schoolroom, and provided to you by your reptilian rulers, you have graduated with honors. You and planet Earth are moving out of the low vibrating frequency that constituted the earthly prison, the digital matrix, the frequency fence of the dark Anunnaki schoolroom. It is time of the Great Awakening of 2022. It is a time for all the dysfunctional behavior, the dichotomy of man, bureaucratic control systems to be revealed and dismantled. It is time for the dark controllers to be dismissed, to be removed, for they can no longer sustain their power in the glorious, goodly, divine frequencies that are coming from Central Sun, godly, high vibrational energy that is pouring in. Yes, it is time for you to know your true story as a celestial intelligencer in the Gnosis Zone, to realize who you truly are. Great and grand, glorious beings. You are fragments of Source, God particles, divinely inspired with infinite intelligence, consciousness points of awareness in the material realm. You are souls ensconced in human bodies, these genetic vehicles as a flesh puppet, a soul having a human experience. That is what we are in essence. As celestial intelligencers of the Gnosis Zone, we're about to revolutionize the material realm. You are literally bringing heaven to the earth, channeling higher frequencies, fifth dimensional. There is no hell. Hell is one of the many ingenious inventions of the reptilian control system. All is energy. You do not go to hell if you are sinful, for there is no hell. Earth was established as a schoolroom to learn your soul's lessons, for you to work out what you prefer and don't prefer, to sift and sort your awareness, your divine matrix, to order it, preferred and not preferred behaviors, to delineate your personality, and to transcend, ascend, find your talents, preferences, and abilities. This you have done now. You will ascend in your glory into the fifth dimensional realms, the earthly bodies that is new in the universe. Hitherto, ascension has involved leaving your genetic vehicle, the material body behind, leaving the flesh puppet behind, and being born anew. You are being reborn in your physical body, the second coming of Christ. The glory of what is ahead for you. You will be young again in body and mind. You will experience Christ consciousness and do greater things than the Father. Be light. You will be energized, enthusiastic. Verb, vigor, and vitality will be the dominant energy. You might even be crazy, like this podcast person. You will do what you love. You will revel in what you enjoy, health and abundance in all things. This will be the order of the new day, the new earth. You will find true pleasure in communion and camaraderie with your human brethren, your human law of one family. What is the law? The law of one. In your visioning in the creation of the new world, you are the creators of this new experience of heaven on earth. This new world of new heavenly material realm experience is the best is yet to come, as heaven is channeled here on earth with the divine light codes from Central Sun Alcyon. This is to be the new earth. As you learn to channel higher frequencies and manifest. And if you hit that subscribe button and count yourselves among the ranks of the celestial intelligences of the Gnosis Zone, that would be celestial intelligences of the Gnosis Zone, then we shall begin a new day, all observing the law of one and unison, and in divine consciousness forever and ever.
Namaste, namaskar.